Salute to all the diehards. This is Diehard Giants Live, and I'm your man. I am Jarrell on IG and Twitter. The Giants are in a win and in scenario to get into the playoffs. We are up against the Colts. We are up 24-3. It's the beginning of the third quarter. I got Steph in the building in the background. Let's get her in here. We can go over some stats. How the hell are you, Steph? What's happening?
I'm doing much better after watching that first half.
Okay. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Geraldine. She's always first, the first lady of the Die Hard family. Salute to Eru. Eru won't be making it today. He got some family stuff going on, but he'll probably be here next week. So salute to Die Hard Knicks and Eru. And salute to my man Mike Ingram is in the house for the first time, man. Salute to Mike. I hit him up this morning and had to remind him that I have a show. So salute to Mike. Yeah, so we're up 24-3. Hold on, let me see if I can get some stats going on. How did you feel about Daniel Jones play in the first half, Steph, so far?
Daniel Jones, he looked really good. And this is one of the things you want to see in a young quarterback
Mm-hmm.
when the game is on the line, when it's a big game. How do they, perform? And he seems really locked in today.
Right, Daniel Jones. I actually put it in the chat. Daniel Jones is actually playing like he wants to become our franchise starter,
Quarter,
man.
right.
Like he's really balling, man. Like it's not really surprising since he's been, the way he's been playing all year, but the way
Hmm.
he's playing today, you could tell he wants to go to the playoffs, man. He's
Right,
Daniel Jones is ready. He about it. So let me
right.
get through some stats here. Daniel Jones now he is 16 for 21 for 136 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. Saquon
Wow.
Barkley, he only has 8 carries on the day in the first half, and a little under 40 yards, 5 yards a carry. Daniel Jones has been moving the ball with his legs, ladies and gentlemen. He's been moving the chains with his legs. That is a huge factor for him. All of those carries that he have, 5 carries for 34 yards and seven yards a pop. All of them usually are for
Wow.
first downs. So that's just him
Right.
scrambling, getting out of there, and making a play. Richie James has stepped up. He has a touchdown. Isaiah Hodges, the young guy that I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, he has another touchdown. Daniel Bellinger has two good catches today, or two strong catches. I
Hmm.
believe they were both on third down. So yeah, our rookies is doing well. Darius Slayton. I'm not a huge fan of Darius Slayton. He has two catches, but he also fumbled the ball away in the beginning of the third quarter on our first drive. So we'll see how he does going forward. Defensively, or I should say offensively for the Colts, Nick Foles, he obviously had a bad half. Kayvon Thibodeau with a big hit on him on the sack. Kayvon Thibodeau did show a little bit of immaturity by doing a snow angel while Nick Foles is actually hurt. Yeah, the Giants are marching now. Isaiah Hodges with a big catch. Zach Moss, 7 carries for a little over 30 yards. Paris Campbell, he had one huge catch. It was like for 40 something yards. So he has two catches for 50 yards, but one of those catches was huge. That was the only reason the Colts have points because we kept them out of the end zone, but they got into the red zone from a huge catch by Paris Campbell. So that has pretty much been the game so far, stat wise. Currently, the Giants are marching down the field. We're past the 30-yard line. It's 12 minutes left and 35 seconds. At least that's what it's on my clock. Daniel Jones, he's actually doing pretty well.
Hmm.
Saquon is running hard. He doesn't seem like he has. I know he had a neck injury before. Salute to Wonder Woman in the chat. Wonder Woman joined
Salute.
us. Yeah, salute.
Daniel Jones making his case, like you said, to be the franchise quarterback.
Word. I can't, man. It's going to be a lot of people happy and unhappy that Daniel Jones is going to be our franchise quarterback going forward. But I actually think he's going to get a contract extension this year. I don't know how much for, but the Giants have a big decision to make in the offseason between Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. They both obviously want them back, but with their contracts, they actually have there are two premium positions, so they'll
Right.
cost a lot of money. So we might end up extending one and franchising the other. My guess will be to extend Jones and franchise Saquon, just
Right.
because the money involved. If we have to franchise Jones, I think that's like a 30 something $1 million.
Wow.
Because when you franchise somebody, they have to make, I think, either top five or top 10 in their division. I mean, in their position. Like they have to
Position.
be ranked in the top five or something like that. So that's an average. So yeah, if we franchise Daniel Jones, it would probably be upwards to like 35, $36 million, to be honest. I
Mm.
think if we franchise Saquon, it'll be in, I think in the 20s or high teens or something like that, just because he's a running back. So
Right.
I would franchise
Look at
Saquon. And
that.
look at
Look
Daniel
at
Jones.
that.
What I call him, Steph. Vanilla Vic is in the building. Vanilla Vic is in the building. Scamper for a big gain on the left side of the field. Did they score? They called it a touchdown. Oh yeah, that's a touchdown. Touchdown,
Hmm.
Daniel Jones.
But
I
look,
thought he
why
was.
he almost got. Look at that right there.
Yep. I thought he was actually out. But yeah, if he crossed the plane, that's a touchdown, man. They're obviously going to review it.
No.
So yeah, that's a touchdown.
Good.
That's a
Yeah.
touchdown. Ah, the Giants, man. We might be up 31-3.
Mm.
I don't know how to feel right now, Steph.
We going to the playoffs.
We going to the playoffs. I
That's
feel
the
like
way it's looking right
I
now.
almost feel like cussing. Like I feel excited. Like the game ain't even over yet, so I'ma chill. Hey yo, look
Right.
at Mike. Hold on. See, this is what see, I don't know if I wanted you to be in here, Mike, if you're gonna keep talking about this. Hold on. He said that Super Bowl or bust. Where is it at? I thought I started. Pisses me off. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that to me. Don't do that. Get my hopes all up, man. We're probably not going to the Super Bowl, but yes, we are in very, very good hands with this front office and this coach.
Right.
I salute to Andy in the building from Poland. Salute, salute, salute.
Salute, Andy.
Mike said, with the new YouTube money, will it help with the salary cap? I believe that the salary cap goes up every year regardless. But yeah, since it's a new TV deal, I have no idea how much it's going to go up, but it won't go up until like the year after next. So I think the salary cap is going to go up anyway, but it remains to be seen how much is going to go up because of the TV contract. It'll be the year after. So after next season, then we'll find out how big the salary cap is going to go up. But that's a good question though. Andy says it's a wrap. See, Andy is 6 hours ahead of us. Don't go to sleep, Andy. I know it's a little late in Poland, but don't go to sleep because I know this is this game seems like in the bag, but the Colts put up 33 on the Vikings a couple weeks ago, and they lost. They
Mm.
was up 33-0, and the Vikings came back. This was what 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah, comebacks are, comebacks happen in the NFL. Unlikely because it's the Colts and they're not playing well, but just
Right.
a couple weeks ago, they put up 33 points on the Vikings, so they could put up points again. We just have to continue to play good defense. Let's just say that the game isn't over.
Right. Right. But I mean, this is a huge cushion. If the Giants lose this game, that's a major
Yeah,
collapse.
yeah, you're right. Definitely a major collapse. And I think our coaching staff is too good for us to lose this game at this point. And the Colts coaching staff is a rookie coaching staff over there. Well, I don't know how many people they actually retained, but their coach got fired earlier this year. And Jeff Saturday is the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts right now. And he was fresh off the couch, fresh off a TV gig, wasn't even in football in the beginning of the
Wow.
year, and he became the coach. He became the coach about a month ago. So salute to whoever this is. I can't read that, but salute to you and salute for joining us.
Salute.
Right. long as it's positive energy and a positive comment, it's all good no matter what country you're from. I take everybody. The Colts, um, ooh, okay, the Colts, good kickoff return. They'll have the ball first and 10, I think on the 30 something yard line. Yeah, but Kayvon Thibodeau has had a big day today. Huge sack on Nick Foles. Um, Playing well, almost got an interception the last time he was on the field. Their last defensive drive, he actually almost came up with an interception and another pick six. I didn't talk about Landon Collins. Now that I think about pick
Right,
six,
right.
Landon Collins, number 21, Old Faithful, our ex Pro Bowl, All Pro, strong safety is back with the Giants as of a couple weeks ago, and he's actually playing inside linebacker for us now. And he got a pick six on Nick Foles earlier in the first half. So salute to Landon Collins and welcome back.
Yeah. Thibodeau is a disruptor. I was saying that early in the first half. I'm like, wow, the Giants really got a difference maker on defense. And
Mm-hmm.
not just somebody who's going to play their position and play it well, but like make different, plays that make a difference.
Right, right, right. Like he's dominating over there, and it's just
Right,
his
right.
rookie
We haven't
season.
had that in a minute.
And it's not just, we drafted him to be a pass rusher, obviously, but even in the run game, he disrupt everything in the run game too. Like they're actually talking about him now. Like me and Steph have the game on mute in the background just so we can be watching it at the same time. But it's on mute though, so I wish I can actually play the game, at least the audio from it. But yeah, they'll flag me, and even though I don't got that many followers, they'll definitely snatch this video down. The
Right,
NFL
right,
don't play that. I would love to be able to play some of the game.
right.
Probably could get away with it, but it'd probably be like 5 seconds. It'll have to be like a highlight and get it off,
Right,
and that's it. So
right.
far, Kayvon Thibodeau has 4 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 pass defense. So pretty good
Yeah.
for a rookie outside linebacker.
I wonder if he's hyped because LT. I mean, I think he plays like this anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, hype because LT on the sideline.
Yeah, but I was about to say that, but I think he plays like that. I mean, last week he played. Was it last week? He played pretty well as also. So
Yeah, and or the week before when we played
I, w-
the Redskins, not the Redskins, the Commanders.
yes,
Yeah, he
yeah,
dominated that game.
yeah, that was
Um,
the game.
Yeah, but he's been doing pretty good. I think he'll play good regardless. But like you said, LT is LT. If you play for the Giants, Giants fan, people in the stands, once you see LT in a 56 jersey on the sideline, you're going to be excited no matter, as long as you have any type of relationship with the Giants, you're going to be amped and psyched up.
Right, and he's not aging. He looked the same way he looked like 3, 4, 5 years ago.
I know he actually looked pretty good. Xavier McKinney is back. Our captain is back for the first time since the bye week after breaking his hand in an ATV
Mm,
accident. I wouldn't say he's really playing well. He gave up that long play to Paris Campbell earlier,
mm,
and I'm about to say they tested him again.
exactly.
Good job by Xavier McKinney. Like as I'm talking about him, he good pass defense, but they keep testing him because of that hand. Like that's the second time they tested him today, and they actually they're 1-1. Like one long pass to Campbell. That time they
Right.
just broke it up. So yeah, they tested that hand. That's why they keep focusing on it. But salute to Xavier McKinney for coming back. Adoree Jackson is probably like a week away. They said our starting cornerback. He tried to give it a go this week, but they said maybe next week he'll play.
Right.
Or if we're not really playing for anything, next week if we win this game, I probably don't expect him to play next week either, and we should save him for the playoffs.
Right.
Like I hide his helmet next week. I wouldn't even give him a uniform. I mean, he'll just give him a hoodie and some sneakers and chill on the sideline for another week and get that knee right.
Yeah.
So the Colts is driving. They're on the 30-yard line, 3rd and 2. Oh, that looks like that's a good
I
defensive
don't think he
play.
got it.
Yeah, I don't think he got it either. Yeah, he's short. He's a little short. Michael Pittman's a little short, so it'll be 4th and 1. The Colts probably should go for it at this point. I mean, they're 4-10-1 on the season. I don't see why they should be kicking a field goal now. It was kind of weird that they kicked the field goal the first time because they almost went for it. I think they were on the 5 yard line. They was going to go
Right.
for it on 4th and 1, and Jeff Saturday called a timeout and kicked the field goal instead. And just like I said, they went for it and got like another 5 yard gain. So they're still marching. 1st and 10 Colts. I do like the energy in this game, though. I like the body language of everybody on the sideline and stuff. It seemed like they know. I Let's just say I think they know this in the bag, but they're going to keep playing. I don't think they're going to give up. So they know things could switch real quick, just like the Colts is driving now. Another carry by Zach Moss. He gets a couple yards, so they'll be in the red zone, 2nd and probably 8, but they're on the 20-yard line. Even though the Giants defensive unit isn't one of the tops in the league statistic wise, but when it comes to the red zone, the Giants are actually top 10 in the red zone.
Right. I think they said what 62%.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, we're really, really good in the red zone. We're kind of bend but don't break defense. We're really good on 3rd down in the red zone. It's just that the other downs where people get a lot of yards on us. So Ellinger steps back. Oh, big sack by Sexy Dexy, number 97, going to the Pro Bowl this year. Big sack. Yeah, so it's 3rd down. Colts, big sack by Dexter Lawrence. And we're doing pretty good, man. I'm excited. I don't even know what to say. Like,
I know.
there's nothing to
Think about
critique.
think about coming into the season.
Right. Coming into the season, remember
We
I
was
told you,
talking about
Steph?
maybe getting the number one pick or the number
Right.
two pick.
Coming to the season, Steph, I was like, Steph, I'm going to start this channel. We're going to lose a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said it. I was like, we're going to lose a lot of games, but I like this coaching staff. Let's see what we do. First game of the season, we beat Tennessee. Second game of the season, I think we beat, the Panthers or something like that. We ended up
Mm-hmm.
being like 4-1 in the first 5 games. I was like, okay, this is weird now. You know what I'm saying? And with this coaching staff, they're doing a pretty good job. Daniel Jones is playing very, very well, and so is Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Even Mike said he can't believe this team. Like it's really unbelievable. Like this
Really
team
is.
definitely should not be at the stage that they're in right now. Even if I don't care if we go to the playoffs and just if we did lose in the first round, it's still like just the experience that the young guys is going to have, and it could show you in the
Right.
future what we can do
Right.
and how we can put a team together. Like half of this team probably is not going to be here next year.
Right.
And the crazy part is the team might be better, but we might have a worse record.
Yeah. I
That's
mean, I
how.
think it energizes the organization as well. It lets you know that you made the right choice as far as coach and general manager is concerned.
Right.
Though it's still early, things can turn on a dime in the next 2, 3 years.
Exactly, man.
But initially, it looks like it's the right choice. It was the right choice.
Right, man. Football is just like that. Like you could be the best team in the league one year, and the very next year, one thing can happen. You could get a whole bunch of injuries and end up not making the playoffs. It's just like that. You can get an injury to one player and completely change the complexion of your team.
Yeah.
Like imagine if, like we talk about Daniel Jones, if he's going to be a franchise quarterback. Imagine if he got hurt
Right.
and we had to play Tyrod Taylor all year. Yeah, like the Giants would not be winning a lot of these games because a lot of these games, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but Daniel Jones is the
Mm.
reason we're winning these games. We try to even make Saquon like MVP, uh, MVP stats because he had a lot of rushing yards, but Daniel Jones is really the reason why we've been winning all these games. Like he's like have one of the lowest, if not the lowest, interception percentage in the entire league. One of the best QBRs, and we have a bottom five wide receiver room. So
Yeah.
like
That's
Daniel
for
Jones has
sure.
been playing his ass off all season. Big 3rd down by the Giants, 3rd and 5. Colts on the 6 yard line.
Mm,
That's a touchdown, Colts. Seemed like our quarterback cornerback just fell down and he was pushed or something because Michael Pittman was wide open in the end zone. But no flag, anything like that. So the touchdown is going to stand. On the replay, it looked like he held him anyway. They could have called the flag on who is that? I forgot his name. Fabian Moreau. Yeah, number 37. He actually could have been called for pass interference on there because he held him. But I think since he caught the pass and scored the touchdown, they didn't throw the flag.
right.
Yeah, Geraldine, they gave up a touchdown. So that's what I'm saying. The game isn't over. Like, we still got to keep marching down and make plays. Time is of the essence for the Colts, though, because there's only two
Right.
minutes left in the third
Right.
quarter. Both of our drives took a very long time. I think like we both had two possessions in the whole third quarter. So yeah,
Right. I mean, as long as they don't collapse, I think we're going to be fine.
I salute the Harlem girl in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Go Giants.
Salute. Salute.
Yeah, so the Giants are gonna get the ball back, 31-10. Hopefully we can get a good kick return, get close to midfield, and drive down again, man. Like the Colts defense obviously don't really got nothing for us today. Daniel Jones is flinging the ball around like it's nobody's business compared to how he usually is. But the past couple of weeks, it seemed like they've been actually loosening the reins on Daniel Jones because even in the Minnesota game, the way that he was throwing the ball around, it was way like more free and he had more options
Right.
than he did in previous weeks. Like they're opening up the playbook for some reason.
Right.
Maybe because I don't know, it's the end of the year and they see that he's ready for it, or maybe it's the defenses that we played because the Vikings and the Colts both have terrible passing defenses as well.
Right.
So, it's only right for Daniel Jones to get the ball in his hand, but without wide receivers, that could backfire on us anyway. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good game, man. I'm so happy for the Giants. It really didn't. I did not expect this at all, Steph.
Oh, me either.
Not at
I thought it
all.
was going to be a long. I was talking about who. Remember, I asked you who were the quarterbacks. I was like, who? When we started the season, I was like,
Yep.
who are the college quarterbacks?
I'm up there talking about Bryce Young from. We was talking about college quarterbacks. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud from
Yep.
Ohio State, dude
Yep.
from Kentucky, Florida. Neither one of them dudes is going to be the quarterback going forward for the New York Giants. Not with Daniel
Yeah.
Jones playing like this.
Yeah.
Salute the Core Mega in the chat. Salute, salute, salute. Go Giants. My guy Core Mega. Salute. Yeah, but this was a pleasant surprise, man. Brian Daboll, if we make the play, say we win this game and we make the playoffs, like he should be a shoe in for Coach of the Year.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Like a super shoe in. Like this team winning 9 games. I think we was projected, for the most part, projected to do like 3 or 4, 5 tops wins when it
Right.
comes to the talent on this team. And we, after this game, to have 9 wins and actually get a playoff berth, that is unheard of. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like this is the season a lot of people are going to talk about going forward as like the turnaround for us. Well,
Right.
let's just say that. I guess it would make sense depending on what we do next year and the
What we
years
do
going. Yeah,
next.
yeah, yeah. What we do
Right.
next. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Correct.
Depending on what we do next. But if we do well, this is the season and this is the time that they would actually look back on.
Right. But I have a lot of faith in the front office though. Like they're not going to just, sit down. They know
Right.
even with 9 wins that there's work to be done. Put it that way.
Right.
They're not
Exactly.
going to be gassed up to think like, oh, all we got to do is make one change over here. Like they know a lot needs to happen.
Right. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, man. I expect the Giants to. We're going to have one of the lowest payrolls in the league next year, so we're going to have a lot of cap space. I expect us to either trade for or sign a number one wideout, and I expect
Yes.
us to draft somebody. I draft another wideout in the first round and get a free agent wideout. Look at that.
Look at that.
What I call
Look
him,
at
Steph.
that.
Vanilla Vic. Another 20-yard game by my quarterback, Daniel Jones.
Wow.
Scampers on the right side of the field. Man, that's a good play call.
Hmm. I mean, everybody was fooled.
Right. Because Saquon demands so much attention. And Daniel Jones is the fastest non-looking fast person ever. Because he don't look fast at all. It's not even about him being white either. Like I just know a lot of fast white dudes. Daniel Jones just don't look fast. He doesn't have the
Mhm.
mannerisms of anybody that's quick on his feet or anything. He looks like a unathletic dude, but he's very athletic. I had to find out. I had to look up Daniel Jones, talk about athleticism. Like he did tracking and was like a big time basketball player when he was in high school and everything. I didn't know that.
I mean, that was one of the things coming out of college that he was, he would be able to run the football.
Yeah, not like this though, Steph. Like I did not think like this. When they said mobile, I didn't think it was this mobile. Yeah, that was crazy. Actually, they said he had a chance to, if he wanted to concentrate on two sports. Remember, he went to Duke, so Duke is a big time program. So like you got to be really good to get some playing time on that squad. So at the time,
Right.
they was getting top level recruits. So he probably wouldn't have got any burn, but they said he definitely could have been on the team. He was that good in basketball,
Wow.
but he just tried to focus on football for the most part, which made sense.
Yeah, that made sense.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, Julius Peppers for North Carolina. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan, so Julius Peppers played football and basketball. Came off the bench on like a Final Four team. A lot of other
Who
football
was
players
who
play
was the tight
basketball.
end?
Couple tight ends. Tony
Couple of tight.
Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez
Yeah.
played for Cal.
Right.
Antonio Gates played for Kent State.
I think it might have been him.
Um, Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham played for Miami basketball and football. So a lot of tight ends actually play basketball because it's just a natural progression when it comes to posting up in the middle of the field and stuff like that. But yeah, there was couple quarterbacks or a couple wide receivers, I believe, played basketball too. So yeah, both a lot of players play both sports and good at both sports. So a lot of Randy Moss was like all West Virginia when he was in high school and basketball.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of football players play basketball and vice versa. Even talk about the Knicks. Deuce,
Yeah, Deuce. Yeah.
Deuce is an ex football player in high school. Played quarterback, starting quarterback for his high school team when he was in high school. And now he plays point guard in the NBA. Charlie Ward. I'm a Florida State fan.
Only
Won the
one. Yeah.
Heisman. Speaking for a Knicks fan, Charlie Ward
Mm-hmm.
won the
Mm-hmm.
Heisman and ended up playing 10, 12 years in the NBA as a
Yep.
point guard. So yeah, the two sports go hand in hand for the most part. It just depends on obviously the athlete. Giants 31-10, 31-10 started the fourth quarter. Second and four. Saquon modest 1 yard gain, so it'll be third down and three. Or third and four, I should say. Yeah, marching down the field. We want the clock to
Right.
keep rolling. So it's going to be a lot of run plays
Run
or
plays.
right or short passes or Daniel Jones keeping the ball in his hands and stuff like that. Like this is a big third down. Third and four. Daniel Jones looked like he's in a shotgun. Trips right. Saquon on his left hand side.
Mm,
Like I said, keep the ball Daniel Jones' hands. He got stopped that time for no gain, but that's going to be the game plan going
right.
forward for the rest of this game, just to keep the clock moving. Trying to get out of here.
Right.
Hero ball. Daniel Jones don't need to throw the ball around the field like he did in the first half. Like he's did enough today. Hopefully Saquon can, be Saquon Barkley for the rest of the game, and we can get some
Right.
good holds going. Graham Gano attempt a field goal. I don't know
What
how
is
long this
this?
is.
44.
Yeah, 44 yard attempt. I didn't even I didn't even realize we was that far down the field. I forgot that long Jones run.
Right, right.
All right, that looks good. All right, it's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is. Hopefully it's on them. If it's on them, that's a first down. Oh, snappers.
It's on them?
It's on them. Let's go. That's a first down. Look at Jeff Saturday, perplexed. Look at Jeff Saturday, perplexed. Mike said he a little ahead of us. Don't be giving us no spoilers, Mike.
Right.
But it's all good if you give us spoilers. We winning now. It'd be different if we were losing. Jeff Saturday was looking like, what? He's still confused. Look at him. He still don't know what's going on. Like, what the hell? What did they call? What happened? It was 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. Daniel Jones drops back. Like I said, keep the ball in his hand, keep the clock rolling. And that is a
And don't run out of bounds.
don't run out of bounds. They tried to spear Daniel Jones and his teammates. That should show you how much they care about Daniel Jones. They are about to fight Daniel Jones for not even getting hit hard.
Thank goodness he learned how to slide.
Right. Oh, he did get hit in the head though. Hold on now. I missed that. Look, forearm to the. Oh yeah, that's a
Oh.
penalty.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a penalty. That's a bad play. That's just bad defense. No matter who does it, that is going to be flagged 10 times out of 10. Even if he wasn't a quarterback, you can't just you can't
Right,
put
right.
your forearm in somebody's helmet like that. They're gonna call unnecessary roughness all the time. So at this point, we are 1st and goal, people, because of that
Mm,
penalty. Giants 1st and goal look like we're on the 10-yard line. Run by Mac Breida. Look like no gain, maybe a half a yard. Be 2nd and goal. If we score here, might as well cancel Christmas. It's over now. Ain't no way Colts come back after that.
yeah.
That's why we need
Not the
points
way they
here.
playing anyway.
Nah. Only reason I say that because they're down 21, so that's obviously 3 possessions. That's doable in 12 minutes, maybe, depending on what happens, obviously. But if we score here and make it a 4 possession game,
Right.
impossible. Then it's not gonna happen unless we just give them the ball every
Give
time
it
we
to
get it. Daniel Jones keeps it. I see.
look at these.
Ooh, Daniel
Oh,
Jones. Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? Daniel Jones left hand inside. Before I said Daniel Jones left hand side of the field. Another run, touchdown. He looked for him to hit him at the goal line. Did you see that?
yeah.
It
That
looked
he
like
wasn't
he
gonna
slowed
slide.
up.
He wasn't
Right.
gonna.
It looked like he slowed up and wanted to hit him, or wanted to absorb the hit, just so he knew he can get in. Like he knew he wasn't gonna hit him hard enough. Daniel Jones. Look at that.
I mean, I don't think that was ever in question with Daniel Jones. Because remember, as a rookie, he would never slide. He would always try to go for the extra yard. He's
Yep.
like, yo, slide,
Yep.
relax.
That's why he kept fumbling stuff. Like he led the league in fumbles for like 2 years in a row because he wouldn't slide. You're absolutely right. he used to get hit hard. Daniel Jones
Right.
used to take some monster hits,
He's
man.
trying to get a yard. I'm like,
Right?
you the quarterback. You not the running back.
Only thing I got to say that he had the ball in the wrong hand, but that's just a small critique. Because if he would have fumbled the ball, supposed to have it in your left hand so it can go out of bounds. But yeah,
Right.
Daniel Jones is our franchise quarterback going forward. A lot of people are going to be mad at that though, but you can't be mad
But
at him, man. He's playing excellent. Like
but this is the thing. And I agree with you. Is he just having a good season or is he a good quarterback?
that is the question. That is obviously the question. You're absolutely right. Like when I say
Mhm.
contract extension, I'm thinking like 2 years maybe.
Mhm.
Ain't gonna be like no 4 or 5 year extension. I don't know if they believe in him like that. You know that remains to be seen. But I would guess 2 years at like the high 20s, maybe low 30s million a year.
Right.
Something like average quarterback costs for like 2 or 3 seasons to show them what he has. And I think that's it. I don't think it's going to be like a 4 year extension or anything like that. I think
Right.
he's just going to be our quarterback for the foreseeable future in the next couple of years. But that doesn't mean, they're just giving the keys to Daniel Jones that they can't get out of. Like I don't
Right.
think they're not gonna risk their jobs for Daniel Jones. Let's just say that.
Right.
Because at this point, to get rid of him to bring in a college quarterback, then you really have to love that college quarterback. And with the
Right.
record that we have, we will have to move up to get him.
Right.
So if you're gonna really spend draft capital to move up in the top five to get the quarterback that you want, you damn sure better know that that quarterback is going to be a Pro Bowl slash Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame quarterback. If you're just going to get rid of Daniel Jones after this season, or if you start losing games after getting rid of DJ with a college quarterback, you're going to get fired. They're going to get fired. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They,
Right.
they would deserve to get fired. You just can't give up a known commodity for a college quarterback and lose games while doing it.
But they can do well. They can do both. But if they're gonna sign Daniel Jones, they probably would want to use that draft pick on something else.
Yeah, I would hope so. I hope it's a wide receiver. There's a couple wide receivers I'm looking at, but I don't know. The one that I want ain't gonna be there where we pick though. This dude named Johnson from TCU is probably gonna be the first or second wide receiver pick. Big kid, like 6'4", gonna run the
Mm.
40 in like a 4.4 something.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a big kid. TCU is actually going to the championship game next week
Against who?
against Georgia won last night.
There you go. There you go. I
Georgia,
know my uncle is happy. I'm gonna have to give him a call.
are he a Georgia fan?
Hmm.
Now, so yeah, he's super psyched there because they actually came back. They've been number one in the nation all season, and they were losing all game last night, and they came back in the final minute of the game.
Wow.
So yeah, that was a great game last night. TCU beat Michigan. Those were the four teams in the playoffs. So TCU plays the Bulldogs next week, and a big reason for TCU to be in the championship this year. I should say I think they lost like one game is because of this kid Johnson. He's number one wide receiver. So if you see TCU in the championship game, look for number one. You can't miss him. He's a 6'4" wide receiver running around everywhere.
Who's the quarterback?
I
Is the
forgot
court?
his. Yeah, the
Is
quarterback is going to be drafted too. I don't know about first round, but I forgot his
okay.
name. But he's pretty good too. But quarterbacks from TCU, they
Yeah.
usually,
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean, you never know what you're going to get that the air raid
Right.
offense. But their wide receivers though, that dude Johnson, I would pick him in a heartbeat. He's a number one wide receiver, easy. So Colts got the ball. Giants are up 38-10, as you guys see on the screen. For the rest of the game, it's just gonna be me and Steph chilling.
Chilling, right?
Right? Ain't nothing really. Know what I'm saying? No stress. Know what I'm saying? I know we gonna obviously watch the game and gonna hate the bad plays that we have. We'll critique those obviously, but for the rest of the game, for us as fans, we on cruise control right
Cruise
now.
control. Just
Yeah,
don't, as RuPaul would say, don't F it up.
This is the first time RuPaul has been Memphis on Die Hard Giants, ladies and gentlemen. I like that. I
Don't
like
F it
that.
up.
Don't F
Yeah.
it up. Please don't. Yeah, we up 20. We up 28. It's cruise control
We
time.
cool. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I could talk about the Eagles game next week, even though it looks like it might. We might not have. Neither team might have anything to play for but bragging rights.
Right.
The Eagles are good enough to actually sit some people. We're not, unless it's really just going to be like a preseason game,
Right.
because all of our starters are mostly backups anyway, because of the injuries and stuff like that. Like our defense, I don't see how anybody can really sit on our defense except for maybe Dexter Lawrence or some of the older guys like Leonard Williams, something like that.
Right.
But for the most part, we got a whole bunch of backups on defense anyway. They just showed Matt Ryan, the starting quarterback for the Colts, hurt as usual.
What was the injury? I mean, we're not listening to the game, so if somebody in the chat knows the about the Indianapolis quarterback who went out, was it a broken rib?
Yeah, I don't know. Kayvon Thibodeau up there hitting that man and doing snow angels next to him. That was great.
I don't think he knew though, because he was on his
Yeah.
back.
He knew, but he was right next to him, though, Steph. Shaking. Like, come on. Yeah. You got to have some type of awareness. I know you got the helmet on, so you're looking directly up. So your peripheral with the helmet, a lot of people don't know. If you never wear a football helmet, your peripheral is limited. You know what I'm saying? So he's
Right.
looking up
Right.
in the sky with the fans all cheering because he's at home and he's doing a snow angel, but directly right next to him, it was a grown man shaking. Because of the hit that you gave him on the ground and can't get up. So I have no idea what Nick Foles hurt, but you could tell he was definitely in pain though. Like
Yeah.
he popped that man. It might have been because he landed on him, and when you land on a football, remember the football only gives but so
Right.
much. So a lot of
Right.
quarterbacks wear like rib protection just because of that, because they always have the ball like right here. So when they fall, a lot of times the ball hit them right in their rib cage, and a lot of
Right.
quarterbacks break ribs like that. So when you see a quarterback, you will always see rib pads under their shoulder pads and stuff. Like a lot of running backs have them too, and wide receivers, tight ends too. But yeah, quarterbacks will always have rib pads under their jersey and a back plate also, because you get hit in the back all the time. But sometimes, regardless of the pads, that football, when you hit, when the ground, when you hit the ground and the ball is between you and the ground, I mean, that football can only go so many places. And one of them is in your chest, and it hurts.
Right.
That
Yeah.
happened to me before. Knocked the wind right out of me.
And he was holding his chest at that. He was holding his ribs, I mean.
So, might be a couple broken ribs. You never know. Hopefully, it's not. I don't wish injury on anybody, but it's just obviously part of the game. Just don't do snow angels right next to the man as he's screaming. You know what I'm saying? Just try not to do snow. It does not look good look for you. Going forward. That's going to be on ESPN. They're going to talk about that.
And he's gonna say exactly what you said.
Yeah,
I had my helmet on. I
Yep,
couldn't see it.
yep. He's definitely good. He should say that. So it looked like the Giants are getting the ball back. A little under 9 minutes.
And the time is going so slow. 8:50 still. I'm ready for this to be over with.
Right. I'm ready to take the game off and just chill. Now I'm saying no more stress free.
Okay.
Happy New Year to everybody. I don't even think I said that. Happy New Year, everybody. It's New
Happy
Year's
New
Day.
Year.
I didn't even pay attention to, like, I was thinking about the game ever since I woke up this morning. I didn't even think about it being New Year's Day.
Right. Look at him.
Yeah, man, during a win, it's all gravy, man. Oh, yeah, let's start talking about the Eagles game next week. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Regardless, the Eagles are very, very good.
Yeah.
Much as I
Very.
hate them, they're the number one team in the NFC right now, and it looks like the Super Bowl is going to be played through Philly this year. Like you have to go to Philly in order to get to the Super Bowl
Mm.
this year. So yeah, it's tough sledding because not only do I not think we're good enough to get there, I actually think the Eagles are, and that
Right.
sucks.
Right. 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 Right.
That sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like I know we're good, like we're not going to win, but the fact that I actually think that they have a good chance of winning, that's going to suck. I actually think a AFC team is going to win the Super Bowl though, but between Philly and Dallas is another team that can win the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know, it's not that many NFC teams that's going to beat like the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals. There are a lot of AFC teams. I think they can actually take it. If Miami get hot again, but it's looking bleak for them. They haven't been playing that well because of Tua had been having concussions. But
Mm.
yeah, the AFC is stacked over there. Like the NFC is the one. I mean, we're getting to the playoffs with 9 wins. Yeah, in the AFC, it'll be tough sledding for us to try to get in the playoffs with 9 wins.
Right.
They got some good teams over there. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so like I said, me and Steph are watching the game in the background. So commercials are on. So RuPaul just pops up. RuPaul just pops up with a new game show. That's crazy.
Right after we referenced him.
Right, that's crazy. Right out of the blue. I don't remember the last time I referenced or seen RuPaul,
Right.
and
Right.
you had a
Right.
reference and a
Appearance.
yeah, and an appearance in the last 5 minutes. That's nuts. We're gonna start like this game. If we scored another touchdown, we're gonna start talking about the Knicks stuff.
It's
So
gonna be like 11 o'clock on Dope
right,
Soul Sports.
right. Like I'm not talking about no Giants
We
no
can start
more.
talking about anything at that point.
If we put up 40 something points, I'm not talking about this game no more because we ain't really a 40 point. The Colts just stink.
Right.
Like us scoring 38 points anyway, even though one of them was a defensive touchdown with Landon Collins, but yeah, just us scoring this much period, you could tell the Colts aren't really that good on offense or defense. Not taking anything away from our guys. Our guys are still playing well, but the Colts
Right.
are a bad team. You could tell.
Right.
I'm glad we could just take advantage of this bad team today.
I'm with you.
Daniel Jones is still in. I will almost take him out, Steph.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
up 28. He runs too much for me. You know what I'm saying? For him not to, get hurt in a not
Right.
meaningless game because the game is already won, but
Right.
meaningless time. I should say that. As you can see,
Right.
Saquon isn't out there. He's on the sideline hyping the fans up.
Oh, they
They
took him out.
they
That's why.
just took DJ out. So let's give DJ a hand. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones being taken out. I actually think that might be the first time Daniel Jones has ever been taken out like positively in a game.
Right. Not snatched
Like
out.
right, he's been snatched out before. Definitely, he's been taken out negatively, like he sucked before and he's been pulled, but or injury. But I
Right.
think this might be the first time in a blowout win. I mean, we putting out, Tyrod Taylor just to get some
Mm-hmm.
burn.
Mm-hmm.
Kayvon Thibodeau bigging up Daniel Jones on the sideline. He's psyched up. Everybody know we're going to the playoffs now. Everybody giving Daniel Jones daps, even on defense.
Mm-hmm.
People on defense giving them daps. That's crazy. Yeah, man, they love Daniel Jones. That's their quarterback. You can tell.
Wow.
Matt Breida. Yeah, the Colts are
He's
bad.
quick. It look. I was like, is this like a
Oh yeah, Matt
double
Breida's
speed?
yeah, Matt Breida's one of the fastest running backs in the league.
Wow. Yeah,
He's a
Joe.
backup because of injury. Like he's injury prone.
Right.
Been on a few teams. I think he was on San Fran last, but he's very very fast though. But yeah, he's
Wow.
just injury prone. That's why you can't give him that many carries or he'll break down. but he's an excellent second, you know, third string running back that could come
Hmm.
in and do stuff like that. That's a good pickup by them in the offseason. Tyrod Taylor. So there's going to be a lot of running the ball with Breida and Gary Brightwell, who's our I think second year guy. I forgot. I'm trying to think what college did Brightwell came out. I think he came out of Arizona. Yeah, he's probably our number one special teams guy. He's our kick returner and gunner on punt returns and kick returns and stuff like that. He's getting some carries. Third string running back, number 23. Feels good, man. Brian Dable up there smiling.
He
Fans
pointing
in
at
the
somebody.
timeline.
Who he about to put in?
I don't know, but yeah, he's definitely putting somebody in. Matt Breida with it. Oh, look at
Oh,
Matt
oh,
Breida.
look
Yeah,
at.
the Colts stinks, though. they bad, yo. They bad. They bad, yo. They bad. Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we running all over them. This game is definitely over. Yeah, Saquon, I hide his helmet. He ain't going back in.
No.
Hell no. Matter of fact, I'll get all our starters out. I don't know if we can do that on the
I was
line.
about to say, do we have enough?
Yeah, I don't know if we could do that on the line, but all of our skill positions they should be gone. Um, they took Andrew Thomas out, but the rookie Evan Neal is
Every
still in.
Neil. Hmm.
Yeah, Evan Neal is still in. I can see that because he's a rookie. Let him play the whole game, so he is a starter. But all the reps that he get is experience, so I can see why he's in. He's a rookie. Daniel Bellinger should probably still be out there too because he's a rookie, but everybody else should be sat. Just like our defense, Kayvon Thibodeau might go back out there, but everybody else should sit too if you're a vet. They got Kenny Galladay
Mm,
out
mm,
there.
mm.
Kenny Galladay signing one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. They only got like 5 catches all year out there blocking. Out there blocking in garbage time, so that should show you how his season is going. Salute to Annie giving up Eru talk about Eru said he was gonna miss the show because he was gonna get some Haitian soup earlier. And he said he choking on it. Just shocked at how we playing today. Hold on, I missed this. Harlem Girl said maybe the Giants are the Eagles next season. If we make the right draft picks, bring in some of our free agents, the right ones, and sign a couple quality free agents, that is absolutely true.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a
And
lot of
like he was
cap
talking
space.
about,
Yep.
it can change on a dime either way, from a bad team to a good team, from a good team to a terrible team. So,
Yep. Like we could be the Colts next year too.
right.
Let Daniel Jones go down. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Free agents is funny. We brought in Kenny Galladay a couple years ago. Obviously, David Gettleman signed him to one of the richest wide receiver
Hmm.
signings in the league, and look what he's done. Absolutely nothing. He doesn't even have a touchdown yet as a Giant. Kayvon Thibodeau has more touchdowns than Kenny Galladay. That's
Wow.
just because he had a fumble recovery a couple weeks ago. And Kenny Galladay been on the team for 2 years, so yeah, it all depends on the free agents. Like she said in parentheses, the right ones. But if we get the right ones in here and they draft well, yeah, man, we should be good next year, barring
Right.
injury.
Right. But they got to be sure about Daniel Jones, right? That he's not
Hmm.
just having a good season, that he's a good quarterback.
Right.
Um, because he come back and he doesn't have a good season, it
Absolutely
blows
right.
up.
Yep. I think he will though. I think Daniel Jones turned the corner. I think a lot of Daniel Jones' faults were the turnovers, obviously,
Yes.
but having like 4 coaches in 3 years. This is his fourth coach or fourth offensive coach, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
in 4 years. Oh wait, three. Hold on, no, he had Pat Schumer when he came in. Then he had Joe Judge, and
Mm-hmm.
now so this is third head coach in 4 years. That's what I meant to say. So his third head coach in 4 years. Like I said earlier, that is like learning three foreign languages in 4 years. So a lot of no quarterback is going to have success like that, or no team is going to have success like that. Obviously, because you have coaches turn over like that. Like no good team is going to have three coaches in 4 years. So a lot of that is not Daniel Jones' fault. Like it's just the cards that he's been dealt. But it is a production business, and it is a business period. So, like,
Right.
if you don't show and prove, regardless of what the circumstances are, yeah, you'll get fired just like anybody else will get fired. Players too.
Right.
Geraldine said she think DJ will be all right moving forward. I agree. I think he'll be all right. Like, I don't know if he's going to be like people should not think that he's Josh Allen just because the dude from Buffalo came over here. They're not
Right.
going to treat him like that. He's a completely different player. Daniel Jones actually does stuff better than Josh Allen. Like he's more accurate with the ball. He doesn't have a arm strong as
Right.
Josh Allen. Obviously, he has the strongest arm in the league. So
Right.
they're about the same athletic wise. At least when it comes to speed, Josh Allen is obviously bigger. But yeah, that's the MVP candidate over there. Josh Allen is a monster. Like he grew to be a monster. Daniel Jones might not ever be that, but
Right.
he's like being right below that is still good quarterback. You don't have to be MVP level to win a Super Bowl. Like as long as we
Right.
have Saquon Barkley or anybody else having a good run game and good defense, you can win the Super Bowl with Daniel Jones playing like the way he's playing. Let's just say that.
Right. I mean, I think the Knicks have to evaluate the Knicks. The Giants have to evaluate what type of quarterback he is because that's going to let you know what type of help you need.
Right. Exactly.
Like, is he a game manager? That's a different type of roster. Is he somebody that can outplay an offensive line? If he's can he kind of win it? I mean, you can never win a game by yourself, but you know what I
Hmm.
mean. Like one of them, the guy.
Right.
You know,
Pat Mahomes.
obviously, right.
Like right.
Obviously, you still have to put something around those guys, but I think you construct your roster a little different if you feel like you got that guy, or if you feel like you have a game manager. I think he's a little more than a game manager.
Hmm.
Um, so let's see what the Giants do in terms of putting a roster around you. Now you're saying they're going to have the money next off season to do that,
Yeah.
or
This
it's going to
off.
be the one after this off season. I mean,
Yeah. This offseason coming up, like they're gonna be top five in the league, I believe, after being in
okay,
the bottom five last year. Like I think
okay,
we like David Gettleman left us in like the second
yeah,
worst cap space situation coming
yeah,
into their tenure. So with the moves that
right,
they made and the stuff that they're doing, they're going to be in the top five next year. So that should
right,
already show you how good they are at their jobs, whether to clear out cap space or trades or anything like that. I mean, they obviously know what they're doing just because of
right,
like our position moving forward after this year,
right,
regardless if we made the playoffs or not. Like to be in the bottom five and then be in the top five the very next year just because of the moves you made. Yeah,
right.
that's good. That's pretty good. That's a good job. Oh, what Harlem Girl said. Hold on. Harlem Girl says DJ will continue to be better with weapons and continue to growth upgrades to the offensive line. Yeah, I believe that too. Like our middle, like we talk about weapons all the time, but our offensive line is obviously the key to DJ's and Saquon's
Right,
success.
right, right,
We can actually get three upgrades next year, depending on how they feel about the middle of our line going forward. Because we did draft a left guard last year, Azuma from North Carolina in the third round. So he's been hurt a couple times this year, but it seems like he's our left guard going forward after this year. But Evan Neal is a staple. He was picked what seven overall in
right,
this past draft, so he's going to be our right tackle. Andrew Thomas is like I mean, he's gotten so good that he's arguably an all-pro offensive tackle at this point. He's one of the highest rated PFF offensive tackles in the league. So his position is set, but the guards and the center, yeah, they could all be upgraded. So with all the success that we have now, with the upgrades that they do after this season, like our offensive line can be a lot better next season. And Saquon and DJ can have even better years than they had this year.
Right.
That might not, you know, that might not be the end all to be all when it comes to wins and losses. Just statistically, like DJ should have a better year with a better line and better weapons next year.
Right.
Just logically. But that doesn't mean that will like add to wins and losses. Like I said, we can be a better team next year statistically and on paper, but still have a worse record. Depends on what other teams are doing, and
Right.
depends on how we're playing with those upgraded
Right.
weapons. Because upgrades that do not mean you're playing better as a
Right.
unit.
Right. Chemistry matters, and I think that's what this team has.
Right.
Now, you can argue that they're outplaying their talent.
Right. And definitely when it comes to football, like it's so many players. Like chemistry is really, really key when it comes to football because it only takes one person out of 11 on that side of the ball not to do your job, and you could just lose.
Look at him. That he was the offensive coordinator, correct?
Who?
Dable
He was the offensive coordinator for Buffalo, yeah,
for
last year.
Buffalo. You come to the Giants, and in your first season, they make the playoffs.
Crazy. With the team that we had, though, Steph.
Right.
Like,
Right.
the
Right.
team
Right.
that the team that he got,
Right.
Giants win. I don't know. I gotta hold on. I might have to because the game is over. Let me do this. Yeah, I had to update it. Then update. It says 38 seconds left, but the game is pretty much over. Yeah, because they didn't went to another game, Steph.
I see that.
Look,
We can't even get the last 36 seconds.
oh, man, that's crazy. They went to another game. Me and Steph up here watching New England and Miami now. We can beat the Colts ass, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let's get out of here, Steph. Let me get my last little stats going off. Daniel Jones, 19 for 24, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. That obviously, now we talk about like quarterbacks, right? We talk about quarterbacks and how much they pass the ball and stuff like that. But
Right.
obviously, Daniel Jones, that does not tell what type of game Daniel Jones had. He killed
Right.
today.
Right. He did. He
As I
did.
scrolled down, he had 11 carries for 91 yards as well and 2 touchdowns. So he accumulated for 4 touchdowns today and almost 300 yards. So that already told me
Wow.
that he is obviously the MVP of the day. Richie James did okay, I guess. 7 catches for 76 yards. You already know how I feel about all our wide receivers. They always have pedestrian games, but yeah, the Giants is back, man. I'm not even gonna do the Colts stats, Steph. F the Colts right now, man.
No need.
Matter of
No
fact,
need.
let's just get us up here. I ain't even talk about no stats no more, man. We in the playoffs, baby. Yeah, I like that,
And who
man.
would have thought that? Who would have thought?
Nobody would have thought we was gonna make the playoffs, man. Oh
And I'm
man,
super excited for the owners, Mara and because when what's the other one, Mara and Tish.
Tish, yeah,
One of them, I forget who it is. When we lose and we don't make the playoffs, like he gonna cry.
yep,
Like he really takes it hard. I think is it Mara?
yeah.
He
Mara,
really takes it
the one,
hard.
the one with the glasses that's kind of bald
Yeah,
at the top, the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
you see
yeah, yeah,
most of the time, yeah, because he's the
yeah.
one who actually. They both own it, obviously, or both families own it, and those are the two guys that own it, right? But Mara is the one that's really in charge, if that makes
Right.
sense, with
Yes,
everyday
yes. Every
stuff.
day.
And Tish just
Yeah.
comes in, seem like he the money dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he just come in, you know what I mean, when stuff get too bad,
Right, right, right.
like,
What
all
y'all
right, we
need?
got
Y'all need my signature or something? So what y'all want
exactly.
to do? Y'all want to change the coach? What
Yeah,
y'all want to do?
exactly. You only see him when bad stuff happen. Let's just say that. That's the
Right.
only time you see Tish face. He only show his face when he needs to show his face. I actually like him.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, man, the Giants are in the playoffs.
yeah. So I know he's
Man.
happy.
I know Eru missed today too. I know
He missed the game?
well,
He
I don't
didn't
know if
miss
he
the
missed.
game.
I don't know if he missed the game. I know he commented on a couple times during the game. I don't know if he saw the whole thing, but I know he missed being
Okay.
on the show because he was
Oh,
on the
gotcha.
show probably like the last 4 or 5 weeks. But we actually
Right.
clinched the playoffs today, man. I'm excited.
Yes, 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 yes.
Go Giants, man. Let's get out of here, Steph. So salute to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna stroll down. Salute to Geraldine. Obviously, she's always first. My guy Mike in the building. Wonder Woman. Andy from Poland came all the way out here to see us.
Appreciate you, Andy.
Somebody he ain't never said nothing twice, but he said something the first time. Salute to him too. Uh, salute to Harlem Girl. Cormega
Welcome
came
back,
through.
Harlem girl.
Yeah, Harlem Girl, welcome back. She came through. Cormega came through, and I think that was it. Hold on, I'm scrolling down. Yeah, that was it. So salute to everybody in the chat. Happy
Definitely.
New Year. Steph, any last words? I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, I got your Let me get your link out here. So I'm gonna put Steph's link in
Appreciate
the chat for Dope Soul Sports
appreciate
Talk.
it.
Any last words?
Go Giants. Super excited. It's been pretty painful the past few years. I think it was one season I only watched like one game. It was that's how, or maybe three games. That's how terrible it's been. And when you even when you said you were going to launch the channel, I was like, all right, let me start getting back into the Giants. Let me start doing my homework and reading the
Word.
articles and seeing what's going on. And it's going to be a long season at that. And look what happens. So look what happened. So I'm super excited. I was not big on Daniel Jones. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to be honest from the day we drafted him. But I've been impressed with him this season. And if the Giants, resign him, I'm okay with that. I've definitely seen some growth, particularly in feeling where the pocket is, that the pocket is collapsing
Yes.
and turning the ball over. I've definitely seen improvements there. So I'm excited about what they do with this roster. But even before that, I'm excited to find out who we're gonna play
Mm-hmm.
in the playoffs and to actually watch that game.
I think it's either going to be San Fran or man, I forgot. I gotta look at it again, but it might be San Fran. They got the best defense in the league, Steph. So
Oof.
yeah, it's gonna be tough. They got a
It's gonna be tough, especially with these lack of wide receivers.
right. They got a rookie quarterback over there that was Mr. Irrelevant this past season because their two quarterbacks is out, but I think his name is Purdy. Like he's actually been
Wow.
balling too, and
Wow.
he's the last pick of the draft. So they have a very good
He
defense.
was that he was the actual last pick of the draft and he's the starting quarterback.
Yep, because he ended up being the third quarterback. Uh, Trey, what's his name? I forgot his name,
Wow.
but one of the first dude went out before the season even started preseason or the first
Mhm.
game of the season, and then Jimmy Garoppolo came in. He got hurt, so now they're starting their third string quarterback, and he was Mr. Relevant,
Wow.
and he's
What happened
actually
to our Mr. Relevant? Is he still in the team, Jay Crowder? And
Jay
the Jay
Cra-
Crowder.
Tay
Was it
Crowder,
is that
Tay
wasn't his
Tay,
Tay, right?
yeah,
Tay Crowder.
Tay Crowder has been released from the New York Giants. He actually started the season as our starting middle
I
linebacker.
was about to say, and he was playing pretty well, at least in the games I saw early on.
Not really. I mean, he was out there, and we was winning, but he lost his spot to a rookie, McFadden, and then our linebacker core was so bad stuff. We got two people off the street, and they both start now. Landon Collins and Jalen Smith. Both were not on the team or
Jalen
anybody
Smith
else.
used to play for Dallas, correct?
Yes, yes, he used to play for Dallas. Landon Collins obviously played for us and went to the
Right.
Commanders. It didn't get picked up, so he was chilling at home. Jalen
Right.
Smith was chilling at home. Neither one of them were on any team during the beginning of the season, and now they're our starting linebackers now.
Wow.
So that should show you. Tate Crowder, he got released. He actually got picked up by somebody. I think it might have been either the Steelers or the Bears, but he got picked up. So he's on a team or on a practice squad or whatever. So salute to Tate Crowder. Didn't work here, but he had his time here.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah. Yeah.
hold on. What Geraldine said. Knicks could see them Giants. He got next. Let's go. Yep. Hopefully the Knicks. Most of us are Knicks fans here. Hopefully the Knicks see the Giants and have something to be excited about. So yeah, go Giants.
Go
We're in the
Giants.
playoffs, and we out. Big.
And we out. Peace, people.